Serena Williams picked up her third Wimbledon title yesterday. That means she's won 3 of the 4 major titles this year. But she's not happy about her ranking. Charlie Weibel joins me now from the Sports Desk. Charlie, why is Serena not happy?
She's not happy basically because she's the holder of the Australian, the US, and their Wimbledon all in the same year. And Sabina is number 1 in the rankings, never having won a major tournament. But in a way, she's only got herself to blame, simply because the Williams sisters stay away from the minor stuff and only go into the major stuff, whereas Sabina plays in everything. I'm sure that, I'm positive that one of the Williams sisters played in all the minor ones, they would be 1 and 2 in the ranking without a doubt. But because they keep away from them, just concentrate on the big ones, then Sabina is number 1. And that's the way the WTA rankings work.
Is Serena's moaning likely to change anything, or is this just her blowing off a little steam?
I think it's just a little steam, to be honest. I mean, she was having a little dig when she was saying it with a smile on her face. But I know that it probably does hurt her deep down. And she came up with quite a biting comment. She said, "Oh yes, because Sabina's won in Rome, well done her," sort of thing, you know. But I think the WTA might look at it in the future and might think, okay, we'll give more points for the Grand Slams and lesser points for the minor tournaments.
Change the weighting of them.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to rugby, the Lions inflicted a heavy defeat on the Springboks yesterday, avoiding a series of whitewash. Tell me about that game.
Fabulous performance of the Lions. I know people might point to the fact that South Africa changed their team about quite a bit, but it was really, really good performance. I think it was the heaviest defeat by a Lions team of South Africa for over 30 years. Again, it was a pretty rough game. Mike Phillips did extremely well. He came in on his own. There was a few little trunks-ups and things. The whole series, 3 matches. Believe it or not, the Lions scored more points overall in the 3 games in South Africa and scored more tries overall in South Africa. That's how tight this series has been. It could have been 3-0 either side, or 1-2 either side. So it was a fabulous series, and it's great for the sport of rugby because there was talk about the Lions tour is rubbish now. You know, no one's interested in it, but it's brought back. Everyone's excited about the next Lions tour.
In other sport, Rinku Singh and Dinesh Patel have become the first players from India to feature in a professional baseball game in America. The Indian pair won a TV contest called $1 Million Arm. The prize was a contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates rookie team. Lance Armstrong completed a solid return to the Tour de France by finishing 10th in the race-opening individual time trial in Monaco yesterday. The 7-time winner of cycling's most prestigious event said he was happy with his performance.
I felt pretty good. I was a little bit all over the place, just because the course wasn't consistent. It was up, flat, down. It was a technical course, but I think overall, I felt good.
And whether it's a sport is debatable, but it's in its 94th year, so who are we to question it? Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest took place yesterday in New York City. Joey Chestnut won, setting a new world record in the process. He scoffed 68 Frankfurters in 10 minutes. Dubai has long been known as a center for the world's gold trade, but now there's a new heavy metal in town. Local band Nerve Cell is taking its very own brand of death metal music to an international audience. We sent Inside the National's Jerome Evans to take a look.
Long hair, tattoos, and lots of growling. This is the international heavy metal scene. And Dubai-based Nerve Cell have been wowing festival audiences all over Europe this summer. But believe it or not, when Nerve Cell aren't rocking out to thousands of crazed German fans, they're holed up in a suburban Dubai villa. Let's take a look.
I'm James. I play bass and vocals.
I'm Louis.
Andy, I play drums.
I'm Rami, I'm the lead guitarist. And Barney, and I play rhythm guitars.
Nerve Cell sounds like a pretty even combination between old school death metal and old school thrash metal, with the low growly sort of vocals, the deep guttural sort of vocals, and very technical and complex.
It's not dark. It's not dark or not evil. It's angry. You know, it's anger.
It's brutal music with a lot of melody inside as well.
The outcome that we get out of it from the crowd is there's a lot of energy.
Nerve Cell are no overnight sensation. They put their recent success down to 9 years of hard work.
Yeah, I guess we just had good intentions and we were always serious about it from day one. Started a small fan base in Dubai. Abu Dhabi just took off in 2003, 2004 onwards. To play these festivals, it's mind blowing because for any fan of this sort of music, it's a huge achievement. For a Middle Eastern based band, it's absolutely huge.
Death metal vocalists don't so much sing as growl, but how do they reach those low notes?
When I'm driving to a show, I'll usually be doing vocals in the car, each individual letter of the alphabet to make sure I can pronounce every letter clear and crisp with power. A, B, C, D.
Sometimes we take things over the limits and we lose our voices by the end of time. I started controlling my own, vocal capacity. So I started knowing what is my limit.
With a full calendar of festival dates all over Europe this summer, these Middle Eastern metalheads have plenty of reasons to be cheerful. Jerome Evans, Inside the National.
That's nearly it for tonight's program, but before we go, please do drop us a line. Let us know what you thought about any of the stories we featured in tonight's edition of Inside the National. For example, local Dubai heavy metal band Nerve Cell. Are they your cup of tea? We'll be back on air tomorrow evening at 7:30. Until then, from me, Christina Millman, and the rest of the team, have a great evening.